Because I don't think there could be a black Simon Jordan.
Why not?
Because you're too opinionated. And if you're a black, you would get slaughtered more than you get slaughtered now. 100%.
Do you think?
And a female. You think you could have a black
why do you think
Boris
that?
Johnson? Because of course, we can run, can't we? 1 second. And we can play. And we can sing, can't we? We're entertainers. So honestly, we get rid of that, nothing's going to change.
Big up to all my subscribers and those who watch my content. And I had to make this video reacting to John Barnes' interview with Simon Jordan. Now, you saw a snippet at the beginning, and the title of the video gives away what I'm going to discuss in this video. I will provide full links to the interview that you can watch for yourself, because it was a very, very good interview. I also love the fact that Simon isn't afraid to provide pushback, as are things that he said regarding black people in football management that I agree with him on. And I definitely will cover that on another video at a later date. Now, what John Barnes said in this interview, or this part of the interview, and that goes to the title of the video, I thought was 100% accurate. No lies were told. Now, I know a lot of black people, at least recently, don't like John because of the comments that he made before with the whole Liam Neeson situation. But for me, I have such a lot of respect and admiration for the man. All that he's achieved and all that he's been through in his life. He's one of the few ex-professional footballers who I can generally say I could listen to this guy speak on so many topics outside of football. He's very bright, articulate, and I share similar viewpoints as himself as well. And this one, he's bang on the money as to why society would never accept, at this moment of time, a black Simon Jordan. And that's because of the perception that still exists. I mean, you look at TV, just keep it to football now, but probably can even expand it. There's only really one type of black pundit that you will see, and that is the courtroom jester, the fool. Now, now these could be interchangeable. You could be the courtroom jester or the fool, but really it could be really, if you look at it. And if you don't fit into that category, then you're likely to be, let's just call him the safe black man. He's very inoffensive, won't say anything to rock the boat. I mean, you look at them. You look at someone like Ian Wright, who's been on TVs for years. Now, his playing career needs no mention. But how does he come across on TV? Laughy, jokey, happy-go-lucky type pundit who people don't take too seriously. Let's be honest, he's there for comic relief. Michael Richards, another one. He fits the stereotype like down to a T. Always jokey, smiley, always see his teeth. On Sky Sports, he looks like he's just happy to be there on Sky Sports. Not to be taken seriously at all, but just there for colour. The list goes on. Clinton Morrison, Gabby Agbonlahor, Adebayo Akinfenwa. You just look at all of them. They all fit the same stereotype. Inoffensive, safe, you could say docile, black men who are just happy-go-lucky, just grateful to be there. Why is that? Now, this isn't to bash any of them. Please make that be known. I respect who they are as players, as men. This isn't to bash them at all. I respect their viewpoints. And a lot of these characters seem genuine. So because it's genuine and it's displayed on the screen, if that's who they really are, then I got nothing but respect for them. But let's be honest. Fans love to see, and it's reflected in the viewing figures, the Simon Jordans of the world rip apart players, rip apart managers, rip apart man who come on TalkSport as a guest. Roy Keane, he's always snarling. Look at the views he drives up at Sky Sports for ripping players. They love that. You just see the title about Roy Keane rips into Manchester United players. They ain't fit to wear the shirt. So many others. Graham Souness, he has an agenda when it came to Paul Pogba. Craig Burley, Steve Nicol, Adrian Durham. All of these are whom they are unapologetic, unafraid, and known for having harsh opinions. Cutthroat. So why hasn't there been a black equivalent is my question. Why isn't there one? Why is there only one type of black pundit? Especially with the perception that, let's be honest, you guys all have chips on your shoulders. You guys think the world's against you. You're always playing the victim card. So surely then, if we want to use that logic, wouldn't we be the ones who come across the most disgruntled? Wouldn't we be the ones who are snarling? Wouldn't we be the ones who always seem to have an agenda? Wouldn't we be the ones with the harsh analysis if that is the case? Surely. But that's not the case. Matter of fact, you don't see that at all. You don't see anyone. And I challenge you to look at it for yourself and write in the comments if you do find one, because I would like to see him for myself and find out who he is and what he says. You do not see anyone like the names I'd mentioned on the other side. They're all inoffensive, safe with their punditry in comparison, and they don't rock their boat with the analysis. The only thing that you will see, and I'm looking at you, Gabby Agbonlahor in particular, is you get stupid comments, and then people say, you don't know what you're talking about. But then again, I say this, that applies to 90% of pundits that I see nowadays anyway. So Gary, being a fool and coming out with these outrageous takes ain't nothing new with anything. So it is what it is. But that's what you'll see. That's the only thing that you'll see. Other than that, you won't see any of these, them ripping any of the players, ripping managers. You don't see that at all. So could society handle Black Simon Jordan? Because he gave some pushback on that, saying, I don't think that's the case. He then talks about, Boris Johnson and because they're making a comparison, could there be a black Boris Johnson? Look at Rishi Sunak. Could he have acted like Boris Johnson and been there for so long? All this kind of other stuff. I don't think that can be the case. Society could not handle a Simon Jordan, a Roy Keane, a Graham Souness, and so on because of perception. The perception is, guess what? You'll be hit with the usual tropes. But I, for one, would love to see that in action. And I'm not talking about the typical, the roadman style aggression, but I'm talking about assertion. There is a difference, people. Someone who's not afraid to stand on their square with intelligent insight, not this stupid, brash, loudmouth dribble that you see online a lot of time, these fan channels. I get it, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, again, the equivalent of a Simon Jordan. Simon Jordan doesn't come across there looking like he's unintelligent, but he's not afraid to stand on his square, and he's very assertive, but let's be honest, he has that. Definitely, he ain't there to be messed with. And that's what I would love to see. I would love to see it, but is society ready for it? I'm not too sure, but I would really love it. And this is another thing I'm going to say, where this hurts us as black men a little bit, where why are we afraid to be that person? I know you want to be hit with that tarnish of being that guy, but at this point, sometimes I'm like this, look, like all things in life, you have to be the first one. And it goes into that conversation that I will cover about football management and how sometimes we do have a bit of a self-defeatist mindset and thinking, we can't be like that because so-and-so can be like that because they can be seen in that light. Well, do you know what? There has to be a first for everything. So will there be a first, Black Simon Jordan equivalent? Who knows? But I would love to see it. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Until next time.